In this video, we're going to save the trail the player currently has equipped in our trail system. Jumping straight into it, let's open up the leader stat script, and we are now going to save an equipped trail. So inside of our default data, I'm going to add an equipped trail, and I will set it to nil by default. Now inside of our save data function, after we've got our trails owned, we're going to get a equipped trail variable, local equipped trail. And again, we're going to set it to nil by default. And what we're going to do is when we loop through every trail, we're going to use the value of the trail. And if the value is true, that means it's going to be equipped. So if the trail.value is true, then we can say equipped trail is going to be that trail. And I will just set it to the name of the trail because we're only interested in the name. And then we can reassign it when the player loads. Now in our data to save, we can just add that equipped trail, and this will be equal to the equipped trail. Notice how I've got an uppercase E here and a lowercase e here, that's to avoid confusion. Next, when the player is added to the game, when we load our saved data, when we loop through all of the trails, I'm going to say after the name, when we set the value, if data.equippedTrail is equal to the value and equipped found is false, then if this is the case, we're going to set the trail value.value to true because we have that trail equipped, and then I will set equipped found to true. Otherwise, we're going to say trail value.value is false because by default the trail is not going to be equipped. I can then remove this trail value.value equals true down here. This equipped found is going to act as a debounce because if we say data.equippedTrail equals value, then let's say we have 3 rainbows and rainbow was our last equipped trail. We're going to reload and all 3 rainbows will be equipped. So by adding this equipped found, it ensures that only 1 gets equipped. I can then, after the gems.value line, just say local equipped found equals false. We also need to update the trail currency and the trail multiplier. So trail currency.value is equal to data.trail currency and trail multiplier.value equals data.trail multiplier. Now we can close the leader stat script and let's open up the inventory manager. Inside of the unequipped current function, just before we reset the equipped trails player to nil, we're going to set the value of the trail to false. So equipped trails passing through the player. And we're going to access the trail and then the value property of the trail, and we'll set that to false because we've unequipped it. We want that value to be false. And now inside of our equipped trail function, we're going to do the exact same, but the opposite. So we're going to say equipped trails, passing through the player as the key, .trail.value, and this one's going to be equal to true because we're equipping it. And finally, in our load inventory remote event at the very bottom, after we get our success, we're just going to say if trail.value is true, then we need to equip the trail. So we'll call that equip trail method, and we need the equip button. So I'll pass through clone and wait for child, and then the equip button. So that is how I've spelt the equip button in the template. If I open up the template, you can see I've got equip button. Make sure that's spelled exactly how it's spelled here, or it will not work. Then I'm going to do a comma, and next we need the trail balls. So that's just trail, and then the player, so PLR. Finally, in the create handler script, all the trails by default are set to true, all the values. Let's scroll down to the finished opening method, and rather than setting trail value.value to true, by default we're going to set them all to false. So now when I press play, you can see I'm getting 1 gem per second and 10 cash per second. If I open up the trails, I have a green, red and yellow, and they're all values set to false. If I equip the green, the value goes to true and the others stay false. If I change to red, the value of green goes to false and the red goes true. Now I'm getting 1 gem per second and 12 cash per second. If I leave the game and I rejoin, first thing I'm going to look at is the gems and cash. I'm still getting 1 gem per second, but I'm getting 12 cash per second. If I go into the player, into the trails folder, green is false, red is true, and yellow is false. So that's working. And if I open the inventory, red is already equipped. And if I start walking, you can see that the trail is already equipped. That's perfect. I can unequip it and re-equip it. Awesome. So that is just saving the trails. I wanted to quickly do that because it's something that I keep forgetting about. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. In the next video, I'm going to either look at doing levels for the trails, which will boost the boost, or a info panel. So stay tuned for that one. That's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more tutorials. We have a Discord server, which you can find the link to in the description, where you can ask for programming help others, or just chat there. You can also leave feedback on our videos and channel. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.